Hello everyone. Thought it was time I did a bit of an update. Now I'm in my first cycle of Clomid. I was advised several times by my fertility specialist that I had to take it day 2 to day 6. I know people take it different days. I don't know why he decided particularly I had to take it those days, or whether that's just his way of doing it. But he repeated it. He kept asking me about 5 or 6 times in my short appointment. What days do you have to take it? 2 to 6. How many times is that? 5. And he's put me on, which I believe is standard, 50 milligrams for my first cycle. So I started taking it day 2, which unfortunately was the day my husband was admitted to hospital. But although he'd probably be in a while, he was in nearly 11 days in the end. But we decided I should still take it because I know it could take a while to get into your system, and for my body to wake up and realise what it's meant to be doing. So I thought I'd take it anyway, because I've been given 6 months worth, and I also didn't want it to throw everything out. So I started taking it. Side effect wise, I did notice I had a funny headache that seemed to sort of start here, right in the middle, which is unusual. Headaches I'd had before started, the side of the head or whatever, but it started literally in the middle. And I did feel some pressure, sort of the lower part of my abdomen, for the days I was taking it. I had a heavy cycle, should we say, for about 2 days of it were really unbearably heavy. But it was shorter than normal. I think I was only on for 4 days, which I mean that I don't think it's anything to do with the Clomid, to be honest, because that's been happening for a little while now. And I was on, my usual. Obviously the Clomid would have affected it before I came on because I wasn't taking it. I came on day 33 again, like I had last month, which is about 2 months in a row the same. That's regular for me. Which of course, it's not, because my months before I've been all over the place. So I took it at night time because I was quite worried about side effects. And that's where when I took the soy isoflavones, I took them at night time as well, just trying to avoid side effects. A bit worried taking them on my own in the house, to be honest. My husband was in hospital for 10 nights, but I wasn't to know that on the first night that it was going to be that long. I don't think I noticed any other side effects during the 5 days. But over a week after, I started to feel really funny. My husband came home from hospital, like I say, after on the 11th day. So I was day 12 in my cycle, and I started taking the OPKs, just the internet cheapy ones, just because I end up testing so many times. It's just not worth me spending God knows what on clear blue ones or the more pricey ones. So I just buy the cheapy ones. And amazingly, on cycle day 14, I got the strongest positive I think I've ever had on one, and that's the earliest I've ever had a positive. Before that, the earliest I ever had one was evening on day 18, so it's a huge difference for me. And like I say, it was the strongest. I mean, it was the most definite. The line was so much more definitely darker than the test line, the control line, than I've ever had. Normally if I'm lucky, they're about the same. But and the other weird thing was, normally I would get what I classed as a positive OPK, and I'd have it probably 3 days running. Each day that I tested it would stay positive, and then on the 4th day it would be a negative. But this time I started testing, like I say, from probably sort of day 10. I was getting negative. Day 14 got this massive positive, and day 15 it went negative again. And it's been negative since. I literally had that one day. I mean, day 14 is also the day we did manage to try. Like I say, hubby had only been out of hospital. That was the Wednesday. He came out of hospital the Monday morning. So he'd only just been out of hospital. And I really didn't think we were going to try, but I think he was trying to prove that he's well again. So that was the only time we tried, because then after that, we messed about and things. Never fully tried, should we say, after that. I started developing pain and swelling down below, should we say. And I can only connect that to the Clomid, because I've never had that happen other than pregnancies before. I've never had that happen, and we were doing the deed much more often in other months, and I didn't have this reaction. So it's nothing to do with doing it too much, which would be the obvious conclusion. Then obviously the worry was, my husband was on various medications. He came out of hospital on, God, I think it was paracetamol, tramadol, and he's been put on warfarin because, just as a sideline, my husband was diagnosed with pancreatitis, which was causing the agony he was in, but his pancreatitis is a weird one. Couldn't possibly be normal, of course, because it's not caused by 80% apparently are caused by either drinking or gallstones, and his wasn't caused by either. His was caused by blood clots in strange places in various important arteries leading to his spleen, liver, all the top of the stomach, all that is what they say have caused the pancreatitis. But at the moment we don't know what has caused these blood clots, so he's been put on warfarin, and he's at the monitoring stage at the moment where they're trying to get the level right. They want his blood clotting level to be 2.5, and the last time he had it checked was last Thursday, and it was 1.9. So he was on 3 milligrams of warfarin over the weekend, and we went this morning to get tested again, and we're waiting on the result. He's gone back to work today for the first time, which is probably why I'm talking 100 words a second here, because I'm a bit worried about him. I haven't first time he's been back to work since he tried to go back to work on January 3rd and went rushing to the emergency doctors. Before that he hadn't been at work since the 22nd of December. Luckily there's no heavy lifting or anything in his work, but it's still worrying. So like I say, I don't know, I can't imagine that those medications, from what I've researched or anything, would have caused me to have a reaction like I did. I'm still a bit uncomfortable, but I'm meant to be Zumbering tonight, so I feel better for that. I'm now day 19. So in 2 days' time, today's Monday, in 2 days' time I go for my 21-day cycle day blood test to see whether the Clomid worked, whether I've ovulated this month. I'm really hoping they'll tell me I have, because I can't understand what's going on otherwise. And if not, they'll tell me I have to up my dose next month, or whether I need to keep it on the 50 milligrams. And then going by counting 14 days from when I ovulated, or the test said I ovulated, tells me that I would have a 28-day cycle this month, which would be the first one in about a year, I think. Before it's been well over, I think the shortest cycles I've been having was 33 days. And I used to be 28 days to the day for years, and then we started trying for number 4, and the body decided just to act stupid. So we're hoping, at least Clomid might have changed that. So I won't be able to test until, I suppose, 14 days past ovulation is probably the earlier time to test, and that won't be until, we're Monday now, possibly next Wednesday, something like that, if I haven't got any other signs before then. I hope everyone else who's on Clomid is having good luck. I don't know quite where my Clomid journey is going to take me next, whether I'm going to be on higher dose, which I'm a bit scared of in case this is a reaction to Clomid. I don't know if I want this every single month, because it sort of defeats the object. If you're in pain, you then can't do the deed, and how can you get pregnant if you can't do the deed? It's a bit of a pain. Anyway, I will of course update if I find out anything. I'll try and update once I've done my 21-day bloods on Wednesday, and I have to phone 2 days later to get the results, so you're looking at probably Friday before I can get a result. I was told to ring 48 hours after the blood test. We'll see. So this is my first month of it. I don't quite know how I feel about it at the moment. We'll see how next month goes, I guess. I wish I could say I don't want next month to happen, that this will be our big month. It would be very nice if this month, after all the stress we've had, was our month. And we've had quite a scary start to the year. But who knows? I mean, I guess even though we only did the deed once can be enough. You only need one little swimmer. And I know with my second, because I was having so many problems with the endometriosis, we only, in the end, the month I actually conceived, we only did the deed the once then. Ignoring the months and months beforehand, that month we only did it once. So who knows? Good luck to anyone else who's trying still, or any new TTCers out there. Anyone who, actually, congratulations of course to anyone who got their BFPs over the Christmas, over January. I seem to have lost the month somewhere. At the hospital, 6 hours a day at the hospital will do that. and I hope everyone else this new year has started better than ours has. But here's hoping the rest of the year's going to be better. Thank you. Thanks for listening yet again. Please feel free to subscribe. I'm trying to keep this updated. I'm subscribing to many other people. Anyone follows me on here, I will follow back. Thank you. Bye.